Well, good morning. I'm hoping this is working. Actually on my eCam. I've decided to use that this morning and it's saying I'm live and I'm doing this through Restream. So I've got 5 locations that I'm doing it to via Restream. So if you're seeing me on, and I'm just going to see what the list is of where I've got them to. I'm assuming that I have them going to Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, my Facebook profile, and mytimetv.live Facebook. So that's the 5 locations that I am streaming to. So good morning to, and I can. Great. I'll turn off my iPad then because I'm not going to be able to monitor 5 different locations. So hi Tammy. And then we've got, I think it replaces automatically. I don't use eCam very often. Hi Judy, it is a good morning. And Tammy's saying, yeah, we can see, so that's good. And Diane, good morning. We have now, greetings, how are you? And now I know that I know your name, but I can't remember it right now because I have seen your little icon many times over time. And we've got Peru. Good morning to you. Mike, that's it. Yes, yes. Good morning. And you're coming in from Twitch. It's interesting because the usual program that I use, BeLive, has taken away, or Facebook has, I don't know which one did it, the ability to check, see who is coming in from where. So anyway, as a reminder, what I'm doing is the usual morning card spread reading. And the card spread is this one now. I can bring it up and make that little circle a bit bigger, but I will be switching it around in a moment because I'm actually going to be me in the corner of that one. So do remember that what I advise with doing the card readings, well, for those of you who know me from the Facebook, because I suppose there might be some others watching from around the elsewheres, from the other ones, I do encourage people to actually take on what, like tuning into your own psychic abilities, intuition, gut feelings, whatever you want to call it, what you're actually getting from the cards as I'm reading them. I'm basically doing them as my reading because that's how I do it. And but I don't put details in it. You're picking up what you are receiving from these cards as I'm going through the actual card spread. It's a bit of a practice for you every morning to be able to get more tuned into what you pick up from the cards yourself. I do use the same cards every morning. I'm going to swap around now, and this is where there's the cards. So this is the deck that I use, and it's the Gilded Reverie. Whoops, got to remember to tilt it that way. Gilded Reverie Lenormand or Lenormand. That's the deck I use. I don't use the tarot for this. It's the Lenormand. So they're a gorgeous deck of cards. I love them. And I can move myself up that way, this way. Excuse me, I've got the froggy in the throat. I might just put myself right up the top because eventually I do get I change the thumbnail on the, I don't know, where do I put it? Like that? Yeah, look, I'll just shove it there for the moment. This is fun. It's been a long time since I've done it this way, honestly. We've got Kat here too. Good morning, Kat. How are you? Lovely, lovely. Right, this here is like with a card spread. It is in a particular order that they're read. So what we've got here is the workspace energy in this card, the first one. This one's the second card. That is home space. So that's the home energies. Up the top here, we've actually got what's called the unexpected. So that's what energy, so that one, the energy around that one just pops into the day unexpectedly, obviously. This one here that we've got beside, that is the Your Role card. And right in the centre, we've got the outcome. And, and Kat's having a very lazy morning. Oh, look, they're the best to have. I would have loved to have had a lazy morning, but I've committed myself. That sounds a bit odd, but, you know, I've put to myself the pleasure of doing morning readings at 8 o'clock. I changed the time once and it didn't quite work as into later, so I could have a bit more of a lazy start. Didn't work. So what we've got here is the older lady in the workspace. And I just sort of looked at that and thought, well, it's definitely my reading talking about me. Getting out of bed this morning, I felt like the older lady. The body didn't really want to work, not as well as it could have. And it was interesting because last night I did need to cancel the Friday's intuitive chat that I usually do with Leanne. I just had one of the most it was upset stomach time and I wasn't going to be able to do it. So, and not feeling the best, I thought, well, it's better to cancel. Sometimes we have that stuff. So there's the bit of the reflection of, sometimes there's things that we actually intend to do that we'd like to continue but just can't. And in this, there's looking to me to be a bit of the reflection of what was, what should have been, could have been, and all the rest. But it's actually moving into it. What I'm sensing is moving into today without the regrets of what could have been, what should have been, and all that sort of stuff. It's actually to have that fresh light, because this feels like it's fresh light just shining on the full persona. It almost looks like it's a washing through. If that's what it feels like to me. So as you can see, each of these little rays of, or blocks of rays of light coming through those panes of glass, it's like it's just a washing and it's moving through the body, totally cleansing and bringing a fresh start. Good morning, Lorraine. How are you? Yes, namaste. This beautiful morning. Even though grey clouds and all the rest outside here, it's still a beautiful morning. We are here in a wonderful world. And here we have a wonderful world. We've got the mountains again in the home space. So home space, to me, it's also personal space, because home really is our more personal arena. It's the space we like to play in. It's the space we have for most of us, it really is that more deeply meaningful interaction with those that are close to us, our family and, the closest friends. So I suppose in this, having the mountains, it's just indicating there's going to be a few challenges today. And here we have, this could be you, that lovely reindeer, being able to traverse all different angles and spaces and places easily. So if you put to mind that you are in that space and place in your home place, that you're actually able to move through your day easily, put that intention into your day and it's going to work. You will be moving through your day with ease. Even though there might be those little blocks and some challenges that feel like they're insurmountable. Even feeling, I'm just feeling that sense of, wow, I'm at the top of my game. I'm at the peak. I've managed to get there today. The small ones even. There's little vistas of beautiful scenery each and every step of the way when you're going through any type of a mountain scenery, mountain drive, or whatever. So feel that, and in that perspective. So have that thinking in what you're going to be doing today. So that for me, remember, I do read this of what the energy is I'm feeling for my day. You pick up the interpretations that you're feeling with it, okay? Remembering. Up here we've got the stairs, which this is actually the choice card. So you've got choices to make. And, I thought I'd missed that one, the comment. You've got the choices to make in your day at some point. So it really is that a decision's going to pop up that you're really needing to make that choice. It's the difference between the day and night. We've had this card in this position before through this week. I can remember it being in the unexpected. So there's still decisions being made, a choice. So something's going to pop up in your day that's just absolutely, you'll know that, I really do need to make that choice today. Now I'm just going to move this down a bit so we can see the scythe card. The scythe here is in our roll, that card position. So it's a sort of a work card, because a scythe doesn't work unless you've got your hand on the handle. So it really is that type of, as you can see, it is the ripe harvest. It's the grain is ready to harvest. So for us to be able to actually harvest what we have, which is the, I wouldn't call it the rewards for our work, but it is certainly the result of our work. It's the, our labour and what we've been putting into place, to initially grow that wheat in that field there. Oh, good morning to you, Julia. Lovely to see you this morning. And it's not just our work that goes into this, because when you see a field of, like a field, a paddock or whatever, with the crop that's ripening, which certainly is the case at the moment, as it comes up to nearly harvest time soon. Once summer hits, it'll start to ripen off. We've planted the seed, we've done the weeding, we've done all that we need to nurture and have the grain itself does it by itself. It doesn't need our help. But there certainly is that evidence of a teamwork, whether it's just us, the individual, and what nature brings us in the form of the rain and the sun and all that in the right space and time. Even if it's in another context of working within a team, that we've all moved together in our workspace or our home space to actually get something done and have that result that we wanted. It's now our role to actually put our hand to the scythe and get ready for that next part that is going to be a harvest, I feel. So for myself today, yes, I am going to be having a day out and sharing with others, and that's actually going to be with the Healy, because I've actually got that on. Oh, you might not see that. Yeah, there you go. See, I've got that on doing its frequency transmissions as I'm speaking. So it's how unobtrusive it can be. Anyway, that's part of what is my day, and even further to that, as outcome. I really think there's going to be others who are going to be helped, and we're going to be able to acknowledge that with what is the letter. That letter is in our central position, it's in the outcome position. So that will be, it can be the form of something formal like a contract or agreement, or something like that. I mean, because for me, it would be wonderful by the end of the day to know that I'm helping someone else with, and knowing that what I'm doing is going to be involved with, in some small part, as my part in spreading the news around a Healy and the it might seem like a gadget, but it's a tool. It's like any other tool. We can use so many different ways to help each other. And for me, showing that to others and being part of that process and having them, sign up to purchase their own or share it with others in just, even social media, spreading the word. That's what that could mean as far as an outcome. So there certainly is, like, the positives around what we can be doing for ourselves in our own, using our own tools, like that scythe card, and putting our hand to what we need to use as our tools for in whatever way that we're going to actually be progressing and helping others. Because that's why I do this. I like doing the readings for myself, and well, I've got the tools right in front of me to be able to share that out and about. And this morning, I'm actually trying it via a different method of using one of the other programs that I have available on a Mac. I can use my eCam. I've subscribed to it, so why not use the tool and make good use of it? Tomorrow it might be that I just go in straight with Restream from their live streaming platform and try a different way of using my tool. We're not limited to just one way of doing things that somebody else is going to tell us you must do, you must use it and do it this way. I think really what we're actually needing to be doing in our own lives is actually, and this is why I love the guidance of cards and using them like we do. And I'm just going to just see if that can center even more so so that all you've got is that lovely little photo of the cards. Other tools that you can use, even in the more esoteric field of, I'm just trying to, tapping into just your psychic abilities and receiving what you've got coming through in your thoughts, or your mind's eye, that type of thing. Or even using a pendulum, or even a crystal ball, or that's in that sort of industry and field. Or when you're even in the medical industry, we've got tools which little ultrasounds and x-ray machines and all sorts of different things. uh, as a carpenter, you might be using your saw and your plane and all sorts of different things, screwdrivers, drills, whatever. There's just that wonderful mix of what we can use in our lives, and it's not to limit ourselves in exploring different ways of being able to do what we do and being guided by our inner being to what we enjoy, how we can help others to enjoy what they do, and bring forward more understand, or even on the deeper fields of what is our minds, our deeper understanding of who we are, and how else we can be more in our own being and sharing that around in, well, basically in that universal love. We are a humanity and we do need to be working together and progressing in our own way and sharing that with others. Hi Shaz, how are you this morning? Coming in from Facebook. This is wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I do like that I've been able to mix it up a little bit more this morning, and we've had Mike from on Twitch. Now, tomorrow morning, yes, should be still around the 8 o'clock. By what means, I'm not sure yet, because I do have StreamYard that I subscribe to. I don't know that I know how to do the Zoom into Facebook. Most generally, I will be focusing as Facebook being that end, what do you call it, destination, the destination of where these go. But we'll see how I pick to do it tomorrow. Be surprised. I don't know. So thank you for being here. And I don't think I've got anything else that I needed to mention besides, I've got the hypnosisplus.com.au website is the one that is actually live and active for booking any other sessions with me, because I do more than just this. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow and continue being the best person that you can be. Namaste.